Hello friends, welcome back to our channel IT India. This video is related to AWS Solution Architect certification preparation, and this is going to be part second of the series that we have just started. And this series will have a lot of videos having so many questions which may come in your exam of AWS Solution Architect certification, and most of the questions have already been asked in the actual exam. So due to that reason only I have written here that 90% of the questions will be from this series only. And I have also already attempted this exam and cleared the exam with quite well score, and after that only I am making this series. So let's start with our first question of this video, and this is going to be question 11. A company serves content to its subscribers across the world using an application running on AWS. The application has several Amazon EC2 instances in a private subnet behind an application load balancer. Due to a recent change in copyright restriction, the Chief Information Officer (CIO) wants to block access for certain countries. Which action will meet these requirements? So here are the options. So modify ALB security group, modify security group for EC2 instances, Amazon CloudFront to serve the application and deny access to blocked countries, ALB listener rules. So these are the options. So basically, what is the clue here? We have to go for the clue only. Block access for certain countries. This is the requirement, and this could be fulfilled with ALB security group. No, this can't be. And now modify the security group of the instances. No, this can't be done because security group is generally used for allowing traffic from any particular location, from any particular IP or whatever, but it's not used for denying purpose. And now Amazon CloudFront to serve the application and deny access to blocked countries. So basically what happens if you use CloudFront? Typically it serves the requested content regardless where user is located. But if you need to prevent the specific countries from accessing your content, you can use this same CloudFront with geo restriction. With geo restriction, what it will do? It will allow your users to access your content only if they are in the countries on a white list of approved countries. And it will prevent your users from accessing your content if they are in one of the countries on a blacklist of banned countries. So correct answer here will be C. So option C is the correct answer here. And now next question, question number 12. A company is creating a new application that will store a large amount of data. The data will be analyzed hourly and modified by several Amazon EC2 Linux instances that are deployed across multiple availability zones. The application team believes the amount of space needed will continue to grow for next 6 months. Which set of actions should a solution architect take to support these needs? So here are the options. So basically we have EBS here, EFS here, S3 Glacier and EBS with the provisioned IOPS volume. So which one should be the correct here? So basically clue is here, multiple availability zones. So data can be across multiple availability zones, but EBS can't be. So both these options are eliminated here. So option B will be correct here, and we have already eliminated these options because EBS can't be across multiple availability zones. And this is not the only reason. This is also the reason that EFS will scale as per the usage, and you pay for that you actually store, and you can mount that particular file system anywhere in the world. So that will be the advantage with the EFS. So the limitation of EBS that it can't span across the multi-availability zone is the limitation here, and the advantage with the EFS that it can be flexible and it can scale as per the usage, and you pay for that you actually store, and it can span across multiple availability zone. Due to all these reasons, option B will be the correct answer here. Now question 13. A company is migrating a 3-tier application to AWS. The application requires a MySQL database. In the past, the application user reported poor application performance when creating new entries. These performance issues were caused by users generating different real-time reports from the application during working hours. Which solution will improve the performance of the application when it is moved to AWS? So here are the options and have a look and try to guess the answer. So correct answer here will be option C. Create an Amazon Aurora MySQL multi-AZ DB cluster with multiple read replicas. Configure the application to use the reader endpoints for the report. So what is happening here? Basically we are using Aurora replicas because Aurora replicas are independent of endpoints in Aurora DB cluster, best used for scaling read operations and increasing availability, and up to 15 Aurora replica can be distributed across availability zones that a DB cluster spans within a AWS region. Although the DB cluster volume is made up of multiple copies of the data for the DB cluster, the data in cluster volume is represented as a single logical volume to the primary instance and to the Aurora replicas in the DB cluster. So option C will be the correct answer here. And also have a focus on this point. It will always improve your performance, whatever may be the condition. So now question 14. A solution architect is developing a distributed database on a multiple Amazon EC2 instances. The database stores all data on a multiple instances so that it can withstand the loss of an instance. The database requires block storage with latency and throughput to support a several million transactions per second per server. Which storage solution should the solution architect use? So here are the options. So clue is here million of transactions per second, and second clue is here it can withstand the loss of an instance. So keep these 2 points in mind. So basically loss of an instance. Is it possible with EBS? No. EBS is robust and reliable storage. So it can't be possible with this. That instance loss could happen with EBS. And now instance is stored. So loss of an instance can occur in this. And at the same time it is very fast and it will be helpful for million of transactions per server. And if you want further explanation about this, the data in an instance store persists only during the lifetime of its associated instance. You must be aware that because if any instance is using this Amazon EBS, the data will be there even if the instance has been terminated, and the deletion of EBS on the termination is not selected. In that case, data will be there even after the termination of the instance. So option B will be the correct answer here. And now question 15. Organizers for a global event want to put daily report online as static HTML pages. The pages are expected to generate millions of views from users around the world. The files are stored in Amazon S3 bucket. A solution architect has been asked to design an efficient and effective solution. Which solution should the solution architect take to accomplish this? So here are your options. And I'm directly going to the correct answer, and it will be use Amazon CloudFront with Amazon S3 bucket as its origin. So what is the clue here? As static HTML page. Whenever in any question, this is the requirement as static HTML pages, go for S3. Pages are expected to generate millions of views from around the world. So whenever this is the case, that content has to be served to the whole world, then Amazon CloudFront will be a very helpful thing. So due to this reason, option D will be the correct answer here. Now question 16. A solution architect is designing a new service behind Amazon API Gateway. The request pattern for the service will be unpredictable and can change suddenly from 0 requests to 1500 per second. The total size of the data that needs to be persisted in a backend database is currently less than 1 GB with unpredictable future growth. Data can be queried using simple key value request. Which combination of AWS service would meet these requirements? Choose 2. So here are your options, and correct answer here will be option B and C. And why? So first talk about option B, Lambda. So it will be due to unpredictable pattern because it can handle unpredictable load. So it will be beneficial for this case. And now why Amazon DynamoDB? It is also mentioned here, key value request. So just follow these simple tricks. Follow the keyword that are used. because Amazon DynamoDB database is based on the key value based request, so Amazon DynamoDB will be used. Option B and C will be correct here. And now question 17. A startup company has a web application based in the US East 1 region with multiple Amazon EC2 instances running behind an application load balancer across multiple availability zones. As the company's user base grows in the US West 1 region, it needs a solution with low latency and high availability. What should a solution architect do to accomplish this? So here are your options, and the correct answer here will be option C. Provision EC2 instances and configure an application load balancer in US West 1. Create an accelerator in AWS Global Accelerator that uses an endpoint that includes the load balancer endpoint in both the regions. So why we are doing so? Because AWS Global Accelerator provides you with a set of static IP addresses that can map to multiple application endpoints across AWS regions to improve redundancy. And what is requirement here? This. Basically, endpoints should be across 2 regions. So due to this reason, we are using AWS Global Accelerator here. So option C will be correct answer here. And now question 18. A solution architect is designing a solution to access a catalog of images and provide users with ability to submit requests to customize images. Image customization parameter will be in any request sent to an AWS API gateway API. The customized image will be generated on demand and users will receive a link they can click on to view or to download their customized image. The solution must be highly available for viewing and customizing images. What is the most cost-effective solution to meet this requirement? Yesterday also I told you that always focus this. Most cost-effective or most performance-effective or most reliable, what is the requirement? And here it is most cost-effective. And here are your options. And here correct answer will be option B. Use AWS Lambda to manipulate original images to the requested customization. Store the original and manipulated images in Amazon S3. Configure an Amazon CloudFront distribution with the S3 bucket as origin. So basically what is happening here, AWS Lambda with API gateway provides a serverless, cost-effective and highly available solution for processing image, because first requirement of ours is to process the image, and after that we are using S3 to store the image, because this is the reliable and at the same time cost-effective solution for the storage purpose. And second, we are using CloudFront because user will be all around the world. It will help us to cache the content and it will give better user experience. So overall option B is the most cost-effective solution here. So now question 19. A company is planning to migrate a business critical dataset to Amazon S3. The current solution design uses a single S3 bucket in the US East 1 region with versioning enabled to store the dataset. The company's disaster recovery policy states that all data multiple AWS region. Basically like data should be in multiple AWS regions. How should a solution architect design the S3 solution? So here are your options A, B, C and G. And correct option here will be option C. Create an additional S3 bucket with versioning in another region and configure cross-region replication. Because cross-region replication can be enabled to replicate data across multiple regions. Also key requirement for the cross-region replication is that the bucket should be enabled with versioning. So due to that reason we are using here versioning and cross-region replication. And why we are using cross-region replication? Because multiple AWS region is the requirement in the question. So option C will be correct here. And now question 20. A company has application running on Amazon EC2 instances in a VPC. One of the application need to call an Amazon S3 API to store and read object. The company's security policy restrict any internet bound traffic from the application. Which action will fulfill this requirement and maintain security? So option A, configure an S3 interface endpoint. Option B, configure an S3 gateway endpoint. Option C, create an S3 bucket in private subnet. Option D, create an S3 bucket in the same region as the EC2 instance. So option B will be correct here, and this is why. Because interface endpoint cannot be used here, because there is no interface endpoint for S3 or DynamoDB services. Gateway endpoint is only applicable for S3 or DynamoDB services. So here S3 was the requirement, so S3 gateway endpoint will be the correct answer here. So friends, I hope this video will be helpful for you. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great learning, and please do subscribe this channel IT India.